Minasan, konnichiwa. Square Enix is coming through with the juicy information, guys. Developers Naoki Hamaguchi and Yoshinori Kitase were both interviewed recently by Square Enix, and they had some pretty amazing details to spill. As I've already discussed in previous videos, Square Enix has tried its best to keep this game feeling fresh, but at the same time staying true to the old content in the original Final Fantasy VII. In this latest interview, Hamaguchi-san says, "For people who have played the original game, that's where this whole idea of feeling of nostalgic but also fresh at the same time comes in. They'll see the stuff they know and love from the original, but presented in a new and exciting way." So of course we're seeing that, right? We've seen it in the trailer, we've seen it in the demo, all this content that Square Enix is throwing at us. It's obvious that that's exactly what they're going for. The question that's been bugging so many Final Fantasy VII fans right now is, why on earth did the producers choose to do a Midgar only episode? And what's this whole thing about releasing the game in episodes? Kitase-san says that we quickly decided that there were so many essential parts that fans would be upset if we had to cut out anything from the original. Basically, the producers were really stuck between staying true to all those amazing essential parts of the original game, but then also expanding on this story and making it current and new. Kitase-san goes on to say, essentially, to make a single release viable, the resulting game would have ended up being a digest of the original story, and we didn't think that fans would be pleased with that. Ultimately, we decided the best option for the project was to go for the highest level possible, with an expanded story. Having more than one game in the project allowed us to focus on keeping everything people loved from the original, but go into greater detail and more story depth than before. Okay, so why Midgar though? Midgar is iconic to Final Fantasy VII, so we had to start the game here and follow the story up to the main party's escape from the city. I completely agree with this, guys. If you think about it deeply, Midgar is the core of where all of this troublesome event begins, where all of the events start to eerily unfold. So it only makes sense that Midgar is the iconic setting for episode 1 of this very expansive remake. And going into depth about Midgar, another question asked was, as you say, Midgar is one of the most recognizable and iconic settings in video gaming history. Why do you think that is? What have you done to make sure you capture that essence in this new game? Hamaguchi-san says, when creating the city, we broke the concepts of the original down to 3 key words. Those were dark, modern steampunk, and eclectic. It's a very imaginative setting, full of different influences and surprises. I think this is why people remember it, because while being a fantasy world, it feels like it could be real. Guys, those 3 words, aren't they perfect? Like, I was not listening in my head, I feel like I'm hearing them speak. I was reading that and I was thinking, damn, I don't think I could have come up with 3 words better than that myself. Like, this fully describes Midgar as it is. Another question we're all eager to hear, oh my gosh, how have you expanded the city? Can fans expect to see new areas of Midgar? And guys, they've basically answered this in small snippets before, but here's another answer from Kitase-san. In the original game, there were a lot of breaks in the game where the screen went black, and then the game continues in a different location. In other words, there were a lot of parts in between sections of Midgar that were implied, but never seen. That was something that we wanted to address with the remake, to fill in all those gaps, show how the different parts of the city are connected, and make it a continuous experience. I feel like doing a little happy dance right now. All this information is making me so happy and excited. That's exactly why they broke down Midgar into these new sections, and as well as the old, we're going to be seeing so much more of this city that is kind of a dichotomy between rich and poor, old and new, and also the corrupt and then just the sheeple that go about their daily lives unsuspecting, like innocent people. And that's what we need to remember, that they're creating this whole city that is essentially one side of corruption and one side of innocence. They were not going to do this interview without addressing the huge elephant, Nanaki in the room, Red 13, and like, why isn't he playable in the first episode? So again, they asked the question. Some fans have expressed disappointment that Red 13 is not a playable character. Can you specify the role of Red 13 in the game? This is from Hamaguchi-san. I answered a question about Red 13 while we were going around Europe talking to media. but there was a bigger response from fans than I had expected. I got a renewed sense of just how much love there is out there for the characters in Final Fantasy VII. To explain more about why we did not make Red 13 a playable character in this game, we felt that because he only joins the team during the latter stages, having him as a playable ally with full character growth potential would not be a satisfying experience for the player. So we decided to have him join in for now as a guest character instead. However, the development team feel the same way that the fans do when it comes to seeing Red 13 as an important character, and we designed his gameplay in a special way to offset him not being playable in battle. The Square Enix developers actually feel the same way as fans. Like, they understand our frustrations. They understand our little thoughts of, well, why isn't Red 13 playable? Like, they get it. And moreover, they're doing what they can to fix it or to amend it or to at least bridge that gap. Hamaguchi-san continues, I won't reveal exactly what that entails because I want people to enjoy it when they actually play the game. But I will say that Final Fantasy VII Remake has added a new upper floor to the Shinra building to present a climax that was not in the original. What? Okay. The key to navigating this floor lies in using Red 13's unique physical abilities, I'm guessing he's going to be jumping, to overcome environmental obstacles. Letting the player experience his heroics in this way is something that I'm confident will please the fans. I hope everyone enjoys seeing Red 13 in action in the build-up to the climax of the story. Okay, is it only me, or did you guys also picture Nanaki jumping around on that new Shinra floor? And they mentioned obstacles. So I'm guessing there might be I don't know, pillars or something falling or something crashing and some sort of, physical object in the way so that Cloud and the rest of the team can't necessarily jump over it, and Red 13 is probably jumping over it or beyond it, or something insane is about to go down in this climax in this Shinra floor that's added. I cannot wait to see it. Hamaguchi-san, you're getting me hype. So there was another question which was seriously intriguing. The question is, fans expect a lot from Final Fantasy, such as secrets or hidden bosses. Is this the case in Final Fantasy VII Remake? Hamaguchi-san says, we can't say exactly how much there is. We want to keep some surprises for players. I will say, Final Fantasy VII Remake has been designed as if it were a standalone game, and comparable in size to other mainline Final Fantasy games. The content you mentioned from other Final Fantasy games, I don't want to say precisely what's in Final Fantasy VII Remake, but if you're expecting endgame content, you won't be disappointed. I don't know about you, but this whole interview has just got me so shook. I am so ready to put that game on right now and find all the secrets and all the Easter eggs and all the magical things in this game. I can't wait, guys. So yet another amazing interview with yet more amazing information. I can't wait to see these beautiful characters in action. I can't wait to see the events unfold. And guys, more importantly, I can't wait to experience it with you. You best believe I'm going to stream this on Twitch. Oh man, I can't wait, guys. That's it from me in this video. Don't forget, guys, I do have Twitch and I am going to be streaming on there from now on. So please go over to my Twitch channel and click subscribe, follow, whatever it is, if you haven't done that already. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Sign out.